video, I wanted to kind of talk about like, Jesus, did you broke my ring light? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to make a video because a couple of days ago I received a question from a new real estate agent, and they were really frustrated because I guess it's just really hard for people to see result right away when they start doing cold calling, and not everyone wants to do cold call, or like not everyone have the luxury time to wait for like 6 months for their first paycheck. So the question boils down to, do you have to make cold call in order to be successful in real estate? And the answer is no. Believe it or not, majority of the agents, they actually don't cold call. There are very few people that cold call and then only get listings in this business, which I think if you stay with the schedule and you keep consistently cold call, it's the best model for anyone who is young, doesn't have any money to start out with. But this video, I'm gonna kind of teach you guys and share some stories that I have heard of other agents who are very successful in the business. They don't do cold calls. I remember when I was a new agent, I know this other agent in the other office. We later on became really good friends, and we've done 3 deals in the past 3 years. He is a very successful real estate agent. He got in the business a little bit, 1 year later after I became a real estate agent. So I know that he speaks a different dialect, and then there are only 3 agents in the area that speaks that dialect. So there are 2 other agents who speaks the dialect, but they're very laid back and they're older. He is the only one that's like younger and very aggressive, and he speaks that dialect. So because of that, his business model has been focused on a buyer, but then there are tons of referrals. After he done a deal, they introduce him to family, friends, or people who want to relocate to Philly, and that's kind of how he built his business. He was the rookie of the year for their office, and he's been doing extremely well. Story I want to kind of share with you guys is, I know of a real estate agent. He only does luxury listing, and they sell condos in the city. He himself lives in that condo building, so every time when he sells a house, he just sends mass postcards to all the families that live in the same units or the surrounding condo buildings, and that's kind of how he gets his referral and send his name out. But his niche is luxury condo buildings in Center City. His price point is usually higher. Luxury 2-bedroom or 3 bedrooms in the city are going up until like for like 600,000 and above. So this is his niche, and he pretty much dominates that whole area with the high-rise condo buildings, and that's kind of how he started out. And he doesn't do cold call, so that's like his business model. I want to talk about is my coworker in the office, and they speak a specific dialect in not Mandarin, but like a specific dialect, and they are at the age of like 40 years old. So they have a group of friends that they know who always want to buy real estate properties, and their sphere of influence and family who can kind of help them to do marketing. So that's kind of how they get majority of their business. Grateful that make a lot of money in real estate, but they don't do cold calls that I always tell you about, like my coworkers and stuff I was talking about. Like, okay, yeah, so my other coworker, they do flipping. They are very good at with investment properties. So what they do is sometimes they will, you know, purchase it and flip it, or sometimes they could just purchase it, network with a wholesaler and be the middleman, and then just sell it off market to the cash buyer that they have. But that might require more resources. You have to have enough funding, or you got to network with hard money lender too. That's another way that you can get into real estate, but without cold calling, just networking with wholesalers, networking with cash buyers, and network with hard money lender. And then someone else I can think about is people who take advantage of social media, that they have a YouTube channel or they have a big social media following, and then they target like first-time home buyers, or they put educational content on YouTube like FHA loan, stuff like that. So that also leads them and give them resources to work with buyers. But all these people, majority of them, they are buyers and I like sellers. So, but anyways, I will let you guys know if I think of something else in a little bit. Okay, let's go. Okay, so the other way that I can think of that it's a great way for you to generate business without cold calling is farming. So I emphasize how important it is for farming. When I use farming, I use it for cold call. But if you guys don't want to cold call, you can still have a farm, which is like a radius of where you live, or let's say in apartment complex, you can use that whole apartment building or the condo building as your farm. I know this agent in Center City, he specializes in selling luxury condos. He himself lives in the condo. So every time he sold a condo, he will send just sold cars to all the units in that building. And he does the same thing to the buildings around Center City. So that's kind of how he built business. Imagine how easy that will be. You can just take the elevator, go to different floors for a showing. That's so efficient. And the price point is super nice for him as well, because all the condos there is like above $300 up to like $500,000. So that's a great way to make income as well. So anyway, I'm gonna end my vlog right here. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing, and then also be sure to check out my private Facebook group where I post a lot of motivational posts. So if you want to be part of there, join us, link it down below. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.